What's a good word, everyone? I'm Kenny Byron, the owner of SportsHaveBalls.com. Come visit my website. Come visit my YouTube channel. Subscribe and see all these great videos. Today we are talking about the Texas Longhorns. Everyone gets their shot in front of me to be taken apart. Well, this team's not going to be taken apart. Between their schedule and their talent level, number 3 in the country also. Um, I believe this is a definite playoff team that could definitely challenge for the national title. With no Bam on the schedule, so what? Their schedule is not as tough as others that I've seen around the country, especially in this conference. With Ewers back, Quinn Ewers back, that's just huge. You know, you got a superstar back at quarterback, you're set to go. They got portal wide receivers replacing receivers that they have lost, so it might take a little time to mesh, and we'll see when we go through the schedule how much that's going to matter. The number one thing you got to know: this team's going to be able to run the ball. I mean, their offensive line, all four of their starters are back, and you know this is a team that's going to rotate. They're getting into that level of being the top 5 team year after year. I believe that they have this thing really churning. I think what's going to be a little bit underestimated, maybe not till the playoffs, is with Sweat, who's just a dominating defensive force for Texas. He's gone, but this is going to be one solid defensive line. Again, this team is talented, and kind of like Georgia with this year, we don't worry about the talent level with this team. It's almost like right in between the dots on your head, in your head. So let's look at their schedule. We got Colorado State. They're going to take care of Colorado State. At Michigan, you'll see us when we do our Michigan video. We are not high at all on Michigan. They got so many people that are not returning. They got 5 people at quarterback, and having this being early against a more of a veteran team like the Hook'em Horns. Even though this game is at Michigan, which I don't give them a huge advantage at home anyway. When you get a talented team like Michigan, Texas coming in, I think you see Michigan at number 10, but this is going to be like Michigan when they're in the top 5, when they had that supposed huge upset against App State, when App State was just the better team. But so then you get Texas, San Antonio, Louisiana, Monroe, and I know San Antonio's been a decent. It'll be their Super Bowl, but so you can take plus the points maybe, depending on they lost their quarterback and all that. But it's ULM and Texas San Antonio. I don't see them going down there. And another home game with Mississippi State, who I believe is going to be down this year. So I believe you got a great chance at 5-0, and then you're off. So you do have 2 weeks to prepare for in Dallas, in a neutral site, playing Oklahoma. The scary thing about this team is about this game, even though I think Texas is miles ahead of Oklahoma. I've seen Oklahoma be miles ahead of Texas. I've seen Texas be miles ahead of Oklahoma, and it's still coming down to the wire. These type of games can come down to the wire. It's a rivalry game, so it's going to be Big Ten. But Texas is far better, and we'll see if Oklahoma steps up and can pull a huge upset. The following week, the Dogs come in. What I like about playing Oklahoma is you played Oklahoma now. Okay, cool. It's no look-ahead spot when you have a rival. And now you have the Dogs coming in. And Texas has the talent to step up. They play, one top 25, 2 top 10 teams. And that's if you include Michigan in the top 10. Michigan, who I think is down, and Georgia. The only top 25 teams I see on the schedule. In the SEC. Great setup for Texas. Then, they have a letdown spot at Vandy, but they'll get the job done. Then they're off. And then Florida starting to get into the middle of their horrible November schedule where they play great team after great team. And Florida's going to be wearing down at the time. I don't think that'll be a threat. Going to Arkansas, it is a rivalry for Arkansas. But, they have the quitting coach and all that, so we'll see if they're up for that. I don't buy it. And then they come home for Kentucky, which I think they'll take care of all their home games. At A&M, could be a little tricky spot if Texas A&M is a pretty good team this year. But I see them under 10.5 at -175, plus money at over 10.5. I don't see more than one loss on the schedule. I see a possibility of a 2, but you know, you got to remember, I'm down on Michigan. If you're not down on Michigan, then it's another tough game for Texas. So I think Texas will definitely make the playoffs and definitely have a shot of winning the whole thing when it's all said and done. Can they get that bye as being SEC champions? Will they have to play another extra game? That's a whole nother thing. But I look for Texas, of course, to have an outstanding season, make the playoffs, and wouldn't be surprised if they end up in the national title game. We'll see you guys in the next video. Like and subscribe, of course, on YouTube. We'll see you in the next video, and let's make money.